Few figures shine as brightly as Alan Watts when it comes to the topics of profound thought and spiritual insight. A philosopher, writer, and master of transcultural wisdom, Watts dedicated his life to understanding the deepest mysteries of existence. He is most known for connecting the spiritual wisdom of the East with the inquisitive minds of the West, and his teachings revolve around the fundamental questions of life, human consciousness, and the interconnectedness of all things. Today we will explore 7 profound Alan Watts quotes that will be sure to get you thinking. You are an aperture through which the universe is looking at and exploring itself. Imagine for a moment the sheer profundity of these words. It's as if the cosmos itself, with all its infinite wonders, has chosen you as its lens, focusing its gaze upon the beauty and mystery of existence. I urge you to consider the incredible implication of this thought. You, yes, you, are not just a casual observer in this grand cosmic spectacle, you are an active participant. Every moment of your life is an opportunity to contribute to the universe's exploration and understanding of itself. When you look up at the night sky, or simply feel the gentle touch of a breeze, remember that you are not separate from the universe. You are an integral part of its ongoing journey of discovery and immense expansion. How does this realization make you feel? Does it stir a sense of awe and responsibility within you? I invite you to ponder this deeply, for it plays an important role in understanding your place in all of existence, along with the potential that lies within you. The only way to make sense out of change is to plunge into it, move with it, and join the dance. We live in a world where change is the constant backdrop of our lives. Change should not be something to be feared or resisted, but a dance to be embraced. Like a flowing river, life's transitions are always moving, and the only way to truly understand them is to become one with their rhythm. This is a call to let go of resistance and control, and instead surrender to the ever-shifting melody of existence. As you embrace the change that will inevitably enter your life, it will begin to feel more natural. As more and more change enters your life, you will learn how to navigate it and gain an understanding of how it allows you to grow. You can learn valuable life lessons by looking at how you've approached the concept of change in the past and use it to grow as you move forward in life. By taking on change head first, it is truly the only way to make sense of it. This quote challenges us to reframe our relationship with change, to find the beauty and grace in its movements, and to not only trust in the rhythm of life's dance, but to participate in it. The more a thing tends to be permanent, the more it tends to be lifeless. This insight encourages us to reflect on the nature of impermanence. Often, we seek stability and permanence in our lives, but Watts reminds us that in this quest, we may inadvertently suppress the vitality and dynamism of life itself. Think about it. The things that never change, that are always the same, tend to become routine, stagnant, and devoid of the vibrancy that makes life so beautiful. Our deepest experiences are often those that are fleeting and ephemeral. Consider your own life. Now, have you found that the moments of the greatest meaning, passion, and beauty are those that are the most transitory? Think about the beauty of a sunset. It's in the impermanence of those fiery colours and fading light that we find the most profound moments of awe. A sunset's beauty is heightened by its transience, encouraging us to pause and appreciate the magnificence of the moment. On a more personal level, it's often the unplanned moments of connection with loved ones, or the unexpected adventures that arise from a change in plans that become cherished memories. These moments may not be permanent, but they hold the essence of what makes life so vibrant and meaningful. This quote challenges us to embrace the impermanence that is inherent to life, to recognize the ever-changing nature of existence as a source of vitality and renewal. Did you know? Alan Watts' ideas had a significant influence on the counterculture movements of the 1960s, particularly with the rise of hippie culture. His writings and lectures on Eastern philosophy, mysticism, and the nature of consciousness resonated with the counterculture generation. He also had a deep love for the natural world and often incorporated nature and its cycles into his philosophical teachings. The only way to deal with the unfree world is to become so absolutely free that your very existence is an act of rebellion. This statement is a powerful reminder of the potential we all hold within us to challenge the status quo and break free from the constraints of conformity. When you choose to live your life authentically and fully, embracing your true self, it becomes a revolutionary act. In a world that often prescribes expectations and limitations, Your unwavering commitment to living the life you truly envision is a rebellion against the constraints of society. This quote calls upon us to explore the depths of our individuality and express our unique essence, for in doing so, we become a living testament to the power of personal freedom. Have you ever experienced a moment in your life where you defied societal norms and felt a sense of rebellion through your own authenticity? This notion encourages us to cherish the beauty of being true to ourselves, for in our individuality, we find the strength to challenge and change the world around us. To have faith is to trust yourself to the water. When you swim, you don't grab hold of the water because if you do, you will sink and drown. Instead, you relax and float. Think of a time in your life when you were faced with a situation that felt overwhelming and beyond your control. Perhaps it was a challenging period in your career or a personal crisis that seemed insurmountable. At first, you may have tried to tightly grasp at solutions and outcomes, feeling as if you were desperately trying to control the uncontrollable, much like trying to hold on to water. Now, think about a moment when you decided to take a step back, to trust in the unfolding of events, and to let go of your need to micromanage every aspect of the situation. You relinquished the urge to grab hold of the water. Instead, you chose to relax and float, allowing the currents of life to guide you. Watt's words paint a vivid metaphor for life and the art of trust. When we approach life with trust and faith, it's akin to the act of floating in water. If we try to control every aspect of our journey, we may become overwhelmed and ultimately sink beneath the surface of our worries and anxieties. But when we release our need for control, when we learn to trust in the changing of life's currents, we find ourselves naturally buoyant. This beautiful quote encourages us to embrace the art of trust, to let go of our need to control every detail, and instead allow life to carry us. The meaning of life is just to be alive. It is so plain and so obvious and so simple, and yet everybody rushes around in a great panic as if it were necessary to achieve something beyond themselves. In this quote, Alan Watts takes the ever-elusive puzzle that is the meaning of life and simplifies it beautifully. These words strike at the heart of our human experience, urging us to pause and reconsider the pursuit of meaning. The sheer act of being alive is a miraculous gift, a profound experience in and of itself. Life, in its simplest form, holds its own intrinsic value, and the pursuit of meaning often lies in fully embracing and savouring the present moment, rather than chasing made-up prizes. We have all found ourselves at one time or another caught up in the frantic race for external achievements. It's important to realise that the true essence of life is right here, right now. There should be no need to overcomplicate the meaning of life, but yet we do. This quote invites us to reclaim the beauty of existence itself, to be fully present in the moments that make up our lives, and to appreciate the profound simplicity of being alive. It's a gentle yet powerful reminder to find meaning not in some distant achievement, but in the richness of each breath, each experience, and each precious moment. Man suffers only because he takes seriously what the gods made for fun. This statement encourages us to examine the source of human suffering and how our perception plays a pivotal role. Imagine for a moment the idea that much of what we take seriously, the burdens we carry, the anxieties we harbour, are a product of our own interpretation. We often impose unnecessary gravity on aspects of life that, in their essence, may be meant to be light and enjoyable. Have you ever found yourself taking something too seriously, only to later realise it was not as serious as it might have seemed? This quote challenges us to reassess our perspective, to recognise that our Creator may just have intended for us to find joy and amusement in life, and to not be constantly in a rat race with ourselves and those around us. The infinite nature of the universe we exist in is so much more grandiose than the trivial things we tend to take so seriously. This is a thought-provoking quote that calls us to reconsider our perspective on life's challenges and invites us to find a more light-hearted approach to our existence. There is a much bigger picture at play, and when we start to recognize it for what it's worth, we can let go of things that aren't worth much at all. If you gained value from this video, we would love to hear from you in the comments, as we are all on this journey together. Subscribe to the Inner Spark Society and unleash the boundless potential of your spiritual journey. Thank you for watching.